Incarceration versus education. Let me share something with you. New York public schools and universities' operating budget has plummeted by 29%. But on the other hand, funding for prisons has increased by 76%. Did you know that money allocated, money doled out for use toward education was shifted, were relocated so that more monies could go toward prisons? See if you can grasp this. There are these political leaders who are sitting back and actually choosing between funding libraries or prisons, classrooms or cell blocks, books or prison bars. Their decision, their message is clear. They've chosen the institution of incarceration over education. Now, what problems have come from it? Well, since our schools are getting less and less attention, our schools have become inadequate. Our schools have become dilapidated buildings with decaying walls and shaky floors. According to the GAO, which is the General Accounting Office, 28,100 schools serving 15 million students have less than adequate heating, less than adequate ventilation, and less than adequate air conditioning systems. 23,100 schools serving 12 million students have less than adequate plumbing, and over 21,000 schools serving 12 million students have less than adequate roofs. Yes, it leaks, it rains in their classrooms. Now, the impact of inadequate school facilities are negatively phenomenal. Let me tell you what the studies have shown. The studies show that these conditions, especially though in urban and high poverty areas, affects the student's learning process. The ability to learn is stunted. But on the other hand, good facilities, good buildings we're talking about, appear to be an important precondition for student learning. Did you know that research has linked student achievement and behavior to the actual physical building, the conditions of the physical building? The decaying and rotting conditions in these schools can and does affect the learning as well as the health and morale of the students and staff. So in other words, those who have the power, it is time to do. It is past time for you to acknowledge your backward, self-centered, money-grubbing ways. Put education ahead of incarceration. It is past time for you to start putting what's important first, the youth of today's society. See, in this way, you will build a society whose ground will soak up the seeds in which you plant, not choke them.